What's going on, everybody? This is Ryan from Ryan and Derek Question Everything, your favorite show on YouTube today. On today's episode, we go through some dad jokes, we bring back some wrestling talk, Heather gives us our interesting facts, and we answer your questions. And also, we tried to do a review on a song, but it didn't go as planned, so look for that bonus material on our page. So let's get right into it. Online and Derek Question Everything, episode 9.
Okay.
Thinking about it.
Okay, everybody, this is your favorite part of the show. That's the facts with Heather. Take it away, Heather.
Hi guys. So first fact, and don't forget, it's got a theme. So we got five facts today, and at the end you have to figure out what the theme is. And I did not go easy this time.
Okay.
I hope. Derek might figure it out. So the first fact we have, Robin Williams writer, like RIDER, so part of his contract, required that for every single event or film he did, the company hiring him also had to hire a certain number of homeless people and put them to work.
I remember seeing that, and very good on Robin Williams for doing that.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Okay.
No commentary?
Well, I do have to say, this is the first time we have Heather on screen for her facts.
Not supposed to be on screen.
Not supposed to be on screen.
No, thank you.
My mistake.
Okay, you ready for number 2?
Yes.
Okay. So, Bill Murray once went to a bluegrass concert in Charleston, South Carolina, bought every remaining ticket, and handed them out to the people waiting in line.
Dang.
So they got to save their money. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Just like the same with Robin Williams, act of charity. Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
Right. So, just before his death in 2005, a carpenter in Iowa named Dale Schroeder decided to donate his life savings to help poor students go to college. Schroeder had grown up poor and lived a frugal lifestyle, but had amassed $3 million in savings. In the 14 years since his death, his donation sent 33 students to college.
Wow. $3 million and sent 33 students to college.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So far. That means there's still more money there.
Wow.
And you have to, I'm sure, most colleges, you have to, apply for the scholarship and get chosen. So I'm sure there's someone over that to choose the correct person. But that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
If not, there definitely should be.
Right.
Right. All right. So, number 4. When Cristiano Ronaldo was asked to donate his cleats for a charity auction benefiting a 10-month-old child suffering from a brain disorder, he instead paid the whole $83,000 for his surgery and gave the kid the cleats so the kid wouldn't have to sell them.
That's very
That's
nice.
cool.
Class act.
Yes,
Exactly.
Absolutely. All right, so number 5. When Volvo invented the 3-point seatbelt in 1959, they made the patent free for all competitors to use in order to save lives because it had more value as a free life-saving tool than something to profit from. So basically, if they kept people alive, they could buy more of their cars.
Right.
They'd make more profit in the long run.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, so so was Volvo the first company that like had seatbelts installed in their vehicles?
Yeah,
It was a 3-point seatbelt.
the 3-point system. Yeah, they were the ones that invented it.
Wow.
That's-
Yeah, because I know a lot of the older American cars like didn't come with seatbelts, or
Right.
that's what I've heard anyway. So
That
That is
and
true.
also they had those stupid seatbelts that
Just wanna
like
cross
to
your line.
that like to hang you wherever you open the door.
Oh, I miss those so much.
Oh, I hated those.
I remember when they would get stuck
Yeah.
and you couldn't get out. I know some people that had to cut their seatbelts because the motor in the seatbelt thing went out.
Dang.
Yeah,
crazy.
right? So that's all the facts that I have. And I know that was kind of a short one. Well, what do you guys think the theme was?
I know what it was. You guess.
Oh, I was gonna say acts of charity. It sounds like.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was gonna say.
But also, I know 4 out of 5 of them had the same theme as well. Famous people
Right.
doing acts of charity.
Yeah.
The one with the poor man that saved up his savings and used them for college scholarships. He wasn't famous, but it did make him famous. Like people know who he is because of that.
Right. Posthumously. Yeah.
Right, right. So I thought, like famous people doing good deeds. So you were right. Like you were both right. But I thought that would be something cool to share.
Okay.
You didn't give Ryan enough credit about him. Didn't think he would guess it. That's
I didn't think he would, honestly, because I didn't think he would know who a few of them were, or the one was. So I was wrong, clearly. My bad.
that just means he's got to get tougher, I guess, for the next one.
Yes, I'm gonna have to pick your noggin.
Ugh.
See what you don't know.
I know a lot about a little.
Yeah.
Milk. Oh, no. That is all that we've got for the crazy facts from Heather.
That's what you introduced it as.
I know, but who cares?
Thanks, love you too.
Not that. So in episode 10, we're switching things up a little bit.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. That's why it didn't take so long for my facts. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I have agreed to that. And I have something cool that I'm going to bring up. We're going to talk about controversies. I like to be inquisitive and talk about stuff. So I think it'd be something cool. The guys have agreed to let me do it. So we'll see how it goes. And I like commentary. I like to interact with people. So make sure you comment in the group or on the Facebook or on the YouTube video. I'll be watching. So I like to interact with people just like they do.
And that doesn't mean just you, Shannon, and Jennifer from New York. We also mean Stan and Francis and everyone else that I have
Yes.
like our posts but not comment. We're watching.
Exactly. Because this is episode 10, people. So this is going to be something. We're going to shake things up a little bit.
Gosh.
All right, everybody. This is the segment that you voted for. You voted for it. You got it. And this is Dad Jokes with Ryan and Derek.
And Heather.
And Heather. Can't forget her. So, we didn't decide on how we were going to do this. I guess we're not going to do points or anything. We're just going to tell bad dad jokes.
Okay. Who's going first?
You can go first if you want to.
All right. What sound does a witch's car make?
Vroom, vroom.
Close. It's broom, broom.
Whoa, that's broom, broom. All right, I need one.
Okay, so
It's a shame nothing is built in the USA anymore. I just bought a TV and it said built-in antenna. I don't even know where that's at.
Oh gosh. Okay. Why do dogs float in water? Because they're such good boys.
Sad news. I broke up with my girlfriend Lorraine because I was seeing another girl named Claire Lee. But the good news is that I can see Claire Lee now that Lorraine is gone.
That's a horrible yet great dad joke. I mean that's okay, friend. Okay, when does a dad? Oh gosh, let me learn how to read. Friend. Okay, when does a joke become a dad joke? Me, with no hesitation. When it becomes apparent.
can't find all the ones that I've saved. They disappeared. This is a good one. The Star Trek one.
I saw a nice flock of cows today. Herd of cows? Of course I have. They go moo.
Okay, yeah, that confused me for a second. I said a flock of cows. Okay, do I enjoy making courthouse puns? Guilty.
I was like, okay. I had a dog named 5 Miles, so I could tell people I walked 5 miles. But today, I ran over 5 miles.
That's horrible, but well, today my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" I burst into tears. He's 11 years old and still doesn't know my name is Brian.
I recently took a poll and found that 100% of people in the tent were angry when it collapsed.
That'll do it. You know what, Ryan? The rotation of the Earth really makes my day.
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
I was in a taxi the other day, and the driver said, "Do you mind if I put some music on?" I said, "Not at all." He said, "Kiss?" I said, "Listen to the music first, and we see how we feel."
Oh, that's good. Uh, so the difference between a numerator and a denominator is a short line. Only a fraction of people will understand it.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I returned my lizard to the pet store as he wouldn't stop telling dad jokes. That's not a lizard, the store clerk told me. That's a stand-up chameleon.
Not sure if you have noticed, but I love bad puns. That's just how I roll.
Interviewer, why should we hire you as a waiter? Me? For starters, I bring a lot to the table.
Did you hear the rumor about butter? If you hadn't, I'm not going to spread it.
I've just discovered that Bruce Lee had a vegetarian brother. Broccoli.
I got hit in the head with a can of diet soda today. Don't worry, I'm not hurt. It was a soft drink.
Welcome to Plastic Surgery Addicts Anonymous. I see a few new faces here this week, and I must say, I am very disappointed.
Why did the raisin go out with the prune? Because he couldn't find a date.
This is you. This is so you.
Oh my God. My wife just stopped and said, "You weren't even listening, were you?" I thought to myself, that's a pretty weird way to start a conversation.
So Ryan.
Oh, you know what? Justice is a dish best served cold. If it were served warm, it would be just water.
Just nice.
Yeah.
If Apple made a car, what would it be missing?
A port?
Windows.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. I like that. What happens when it rains cats and dogs? You have to be careful not to step into a poodle.
Did you know that Bruce Lee has a faster older brother?
Mm-mm.
Suddenly.
Why is grass so dangerous?
I don't know.
Because it's full of blades.
I've asked so many people what LGBTQ stands for. So far, no one has given me a straight answer.
Oh, we are going to piss off so many viewers with that.
You're welcome. Keep you busy.
What? Oh, man. Why did the man name his dogs Rolex and Timex?
Why?
Because they were watchdogs.
Oh. I started reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is about to happen. I can feel it.
Ryan, here's one for you. My wife asked me to sink her phone, so I threw it in the ocean. I don't know why she's mad at me.
Oh Lord, he's trying to die.
My wife blocked me on Facebook because I post too many bird puns. Well, two can play at that game.
What do you call 50 pigs and 50 deer?
What?
100 sows and bucks.
If you think swimming with dolphins is expensive, you should try swimming with sharks. It cost me an arm and a leg.
A ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
I'm trying to organize a hide and seek tournament, but good players are really hard to find.
You know, my kid wants to invent a pencil with an eraser on each end, but I just don't see the point.
I'm writing a book about reverse psychology. Please don't buy it.
I remember as a kid, my dad got fired from his job as a road worker for theft. I refused to believe he could do such a thing, but when I got home, the signs were all there.
What weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane?
A gallon of water? I mean, they're both the same, so I mean.
Water. Butane is a lighter fluid.
I should have just kept on going. Ryan and Heather, can February march?
Yes.
No, but April, May.
Oh Lord.
Oh, walked into that.
Did.
I hate when my wife gets mad at me for being lazy. It's not like I did anything.
What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
What?
A tire.
I quit my job as a treadmill tester. I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere.
Here's a classic one. Dad, I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad.
My dad does that. It makes me so mad.
There was one my dad used to do. Dad, I'm thirsty. Hey, thirsty. Have a Sunday and I'll see you on a Monday.
Would anyone be interested in being my companion? Asking for a friend.
I spent a lot of time, money, and effort childproofing my house, but the kids still get in.
One more?
Sure.
Okay. What did Jay-Z call his wife before they got married?
Oh no.
Beyonce.
Damn. Ryan will appreciate this one. What's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament?
How?
Live stream.
Okay.
I've got one. What do you get when you mix a rhino with an elephant?
I don't remember.
Elephano.
Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work.
That's all the ones that I've got.
That's pretty much all I got as well.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Bad Dad Jokes.
And like I said in a different segment, if you heard something that we haven't said, write them down in the comments. We might use those, or we might make fun of you next time. Or Ryan might take your peanut butter when he goes inside your house. What?
Like,
Just
suckers, because I'm getting hungry.
all right.
Okay, everybody. So, we were supposed to do a review of a song that a coworker of Derek's gave us to do a review on, and we've had a lot of technical problems. So I'm just gonna slap together what bits and pieces we could get out of it. But here's our actual true blue review of if Bon Jovi were a Southern metal band. I will let you go ahead and review it first, sir.
So, first off, just from the tempo is way off what the original song was. It was a lot slower. It was hard for me to get into. I mean, lyrics were spot on, obviously. It just, for me, it didn't really mesh well with the tempo and everything. It did sound like a metal rock song, but not very good.
I was dead. Like, I think what was going on with the whole thing is that technology knew this song sucked so bad that it didn't want to work. Because I listened to it 3 times trying to get this program to work, and there's some stuff that should be messed with and should be going over, but hell no, I could not stand this. It was like I don't know, it was downright horrible is what it was. It was kind of like Primus meets the Wiggles to me. And like, I like some of Primus's stuff, but this shit was just awful. It was it is what it is. It was like some down home backwoods hillbillies trying to play a Bon Jovi song. And no, could not do it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I'll give them an A for effort.
I'll give them A for never having to listen to that again. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, to be fair, just we do ask people to send in our reviews. I mean, some are not always going to be the best, and because it's just our opinions on these things. So if anybody that messes with anything technological, please send me a message to let us know how to properly get a video to play, and we can do a react to it, because the program that I'm using right now, called OBS Studio, right now is a bunch of BS because it's not working like it's supposed to. So I don't know if I know there's a way. Like, I know all these YouTubers are not like technical geniuses. There's no way that everybody knows how to do like a technological thing and also be heavily into guns and all this other crap that I've seen on YouTube. It shouldn't be that. This review will be done. Damn it. Okay. For some reason it blipped off. I'm not sure. But anyway, we need your help, people. Send us some suggestions on what programs to use. Because, like I said, I know there's not a lot of technical wizards in the YouTube world. So, help us out. Lend us your technical know-how. We do have other things planned for episode 10 and above. So, as Vince McMahon would say, in the interest of fairness,
And this very ring.
in this very ring, in the interest of fairness, we will always do as you ask. And you may not like our opinions, but everybody has an opinion like an asshole. They all stink. So,
Some more than
some more than others, but there you have it, folks. That is my opinion, and that's Derek's opinion on the review. All right, everybody. This segment would be wrestling talk. I know most of you wanted to hear us talk about wrestling again. So this time we're going to talk about those tag teams, the best, the worst, and some honorable mentions. And we have a list, so we'll be talking about this for a little bit. So everybody sit back and get comfortable.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have some of the same teams on both lists, but we will just see what happens. If we do, we'll just kind of chalk that up, and whoever wants to go. Well, actually, Ron, did you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I'd like to do. If a team I choose is one of yours, just like interrupt me and say, "Hey, I chose that one too," and then I'll give a brief description on why I chose them, and then I'll let you, and then vice versa.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the worst tag team that I've ever seen. No, in no particular order, I have Heidenreich and Road Warrior Animal. Somehow that duo won the tag team championship belts in WWE, and gosh, that was not a pretty sight back in 2005, I believe.
All right. For me, it would have to be, what is their name? It was, the Canadians, Grenier and somebody. The Frenchmans,
La Resistance?
yes, La Resistance. I can't believe it. Okay. So, yeah, La Resistance and their other person that they recruited out of the audience. I'm not too fond of them.
I mean, they do win a lot of matches. It's just because they cause a lot of distractions. And currently, in the year 2003, they're tag team champions because they cause distractions.
Of course, that's one of the ways to win matches.
Yeah. Hurricane in the shit. I'm sorry. Superhero in training. Uh, um, honestly, I think Rosie was better off with Jamal as 3 minute warning.
You know what? And I do agree with that. They seemed a lot more intimidating when Eric Bischoff introduced them as 3 minute warning, as you mentioned on a different episode.
Yeah. I mean, in the early 90s, you couldn't really say the worst, but you did have the Headbangers and the Bushwhackers.
I also have the Bushwhackers. Granted, when I was back when they were like, I guess the height of their heyday or whatever, late '80s, early '90s, I was a little kid. I used to love the Bushwhackers because they were so.
Yeah.
They were geared towards kids, but now that I've looked at their matches, like, how in the heck did people cheer for them? They are horrible in the ring, and they always did the whole
Yeah.
But I mean, that's 30 years ago, so what do I know?
Cactus Jack and the Mongol.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that is whenever I actually first started watching wrestling. Is whenever Cactus Jack and the Mongol were really big.
Oh wow, you knew something I did not. Let's see, do we have? Oh, I had for the worst tag teams. I never saw them wrestle, but just I've seen pictures of them. The Dynamic Dudes, Shane Douglas and John Laurinaitis, the former executive vice president or whatever of Raw. Yeah, also, in fact, Road Warrior Animal, Joe Laurinaitis' older brother.
Let's see. TNA was okay. I just couldn't stand the man's hairy back.
Good old Matt Bloom.
Prince Albert in a can.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I also have Albert in another, but I had him in another faction, X Factor with X-Pac.
Oh,
Incredible.
yeah. Those. Yeah, just Incredible and X-Pac and just those I didn't even bother mentioning, just to be completely honest. I was kind of glad whenever they went to the wayside because X-Pac always reminded me of this little gripey chihuahua because he was always like around everybody and just going up in everybody's face. It's like, really? It's just uncalled for. You're tiny. You suck. We know. Move on.
Yeah, I didn't really like once DX split X-Pac, he just, I don't know, it just seemed like anybody, or X-Pac could be like any person on the street, so I couldn't really relate to him that well. That's as much. We might have this in common, maybe not. The Basham brothers, Doug and Danny. I don't know if you've got to that part of WWE yet.
I vaguely remember them, but I remember whenever I did watch it, they were pretty good.
Yeah. Just the whole, I guess they were the, oh gosh, what do you call that? The BDSM tag team, and they had that their female manager, Shaniqua, I think. I might be wrong, but I just couldn't get over that. I don't know. I just don't know.
It's just like right now where I'm at in Raw, you've got um oh um he was 3 Minute Warning's manager, and then he went like incredibly feminine, and he started wearing makeup with the Miss something that she walks down the ring with him. It's not Steven Richards, although he's kooky in the head too.
Yeah, I don't know his real name,
Rico.
but Rico, yes.
Yeah. So another one. This is going to be I'm going to bring him up twice.
Okay.
Horrible tag team, just because the dude is so damn boring. Lance Storm and Goldust.
I mean, I could see why you would say that, but I actually did like Lance's gimmick because he was serious all the time, but he would always start out his promo like with the microphone. If I could be serious for a minute, and you're like,
Yeah.
"What? You already are serious." So I got the fact that he was entertaining, even though if he might not have intentionally have been trying to be entertaining, he was.
Well, I love the fact that Stone Cold Steve Austin came out and he just basically went to sleep on the walkway and was saying that he was so boring that he was going to be put into a coma if he didn't change his ways. Like, he put out a blanket and a pillow and was like, boring. And then he was just snoring into the microphone and he was laying down. He was like, damn, son, I almost went into a coma listening to this shit. So, bringing that around, the good one was Booker T and Goldust.
Okay.
I hated to see them break up, but I get it because Goldust felt like he was weighing Booker T down because they didn't win a lot of matches, but they were good tag team champions for a little bit. They did have a good little run.
Okay. I had 3 more horrible, well, the worst tag teams in my opinion. The new Blackjacks, that was Justin Hawk Bradshaw, or John Layfield, as people know him now,
Yeah.
and oh gosh, Barry Windham.
How could I have forgotten about that?
That was when WWF at the time. I guess that was like the mid '90s.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off on a little tangent. Mid '90s for WWF tag teams did not stack up well against WCW, in my opinion.
No.
I also had a team from the '80s: B. Brian Blair and oh crap, I might forget his. No, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair, the Killer Bees. They would come down to the ring in like black and yellow tights, like actual bees. I don't know if they won any tag team championships, but I know that they were like part of Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling like cartoon brother.
Wow.
So,
What did you think about the oddities?
they were giant. Most of them were giant wrestlers that could not work a lick or were very clumsy in the ring, except for Golga, who, if people don't know, was John Tenta, aka Earthquake,
Yeah.
or the Shark in WCW.
The Shark. And then Luna Vachon. It was so bad that you would think ICP, the music group, were good wrestlers. Especially whenever they turned on them.
I almost forgot about that. Good old Vince Russo and his writing.
Yeah.
And then the last team I had was the New Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Leif Erikson, who we later knew as Al Snow. Anything new WWE put, or WWF, well, what WWE put in front of the team, like the new or the LOD 2000.
Yeah. So we have some good ones. You mentioned him earlier, JBL. You can't forget about the APA, man.
Yes.
Love them.
I didn't have them as some of the as my personal best, but I would be wrong to not think that APA would be. I would give them an honorable mention for sure.
And the Rock and Sock Connection.
I would give them an honorable mention. To me, it felt like they were kind of forced together. And unpopular opinion, viewers may not like it, Ryan may not like it, but it was Mick Foley. It was his fault that the Rock and Sock Connection lost to 3 members of Evolution at WrestleMania. So I just can't put the Rock and Sock Connection as one of the best, in my opinion.
That's one of their honorable mentions. The Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker. And we are talking about whenever they first debuted. Not 2005 afterwards.
Yeah, back when Kane still had the mask. Well, before Kane had been unmasked.
Right. And I did see that episode where X-Pac did run around like a miniature Kane. I just wanted to stomp him.
A couple more honorable. Well, go ahead. I think I cut you off.
I've got Kane and RVD. Who doesn't like RVD?
Right. They were entertaining for sure.
Save the for last. The best for last, in my opinion, would be those damn Dudleys.
Yes, I have them as one of the best as well. Cable cat. This cat's gonna kill.
I mean, there's nothing really that you could say bad about them. You did think that they were gonna go for Eric Bischoff's team for a little bit. That only lasted like 2 or 3 episodes, and then Devon just couldn't testify to it, so he had to testify.
I had the Dudley Boys for the simple fact they won championship gold everywhere they went, whether it was ECW, WWE, Japan.
Right.
So, I also had quite a few of the best. I don't know if we have time to list all of them, but if you when I name a team, if you want to chime in, go right ahead. I also have the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Or the Road Warriors. Unpopular opinion to some, but I have Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Just because back in the 80s, they weren't necessarily the biggest tag teams. They have to take on, the Road Warriors, like all the teams in the NWA, like Nikita and Ivan Koloff, real big teams. But they would always find a way to win the matches.
Right.
Won a lot of tag team gold. Also have a Demolition, the Steiner brothers,
Of course.
the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express, Harlem Heat, and the Fabulous Freebirds.
How could I have forgotten Harlem Heat? Wow.
And I didn't put Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas as the best because I never really did see them wrestle, although I guess I could with WWE's expansive library. But with Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas being the first African American tag team champions, that opened the door for Harlem Heat.
Right.
Now the New Day and the Street Profits.
New Day? I love the New Day. But we just chose this because it was... So, I know I mentioned this a lot. I'm watching Raw from 1996 to now. And then once I get caught up to about 2010 or whatever, I'll go and start watching SmackDown. I know it's a lot, but, you know, my time, I can do what I want with it.
And for some of the and for the rest of the viewers, we didn't forget about Edge and Christian,
Of course.
or the Hardy Boys, or crap, I can't think. The Hart Foundation, the British Bulldogs. I just didn't think that they were necessarily, the best. For me, the best. They have been teams for like a while, and they, had had a lot of tag team championships, and they didn't break up. So.
And the NWO, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, we just didn't mention them just because, hey, they've been around. Everybody's got their personal opinions about them. And these are just some that we decided that we wanted to throw in that not a lot of people really talked about in our opinions.
Right. You can feel free to agree with our list, disagree with our list. If you think we missed somebody, mention it in the comments, and we might do a follow-up segment on this. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that wraps this segment up for the wrestling, and we'll see you on the next one.
Later, guys.
Come on.
Okay, everyone, this is a question and answer segment of the show. Ron, do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I have a question. Well, actually, I have a question for you. So, have you told Amy about the Beavis and Butthead dance that we used to do in high school?
I have not.
Have you forgotten about it?
I kind of have. Where was this dance taking place at?
Should I name a couple of the places we did the dance at?
I can only really think of high school.
In
gym class.
9th grade homecoming, 9th grade Valentine's Day dance,
yeah.
10th grade homecoming, 10th grade winter dance, and I did it at the military ball. I'm not gonna lie, both 9th and 10th grade military balls. And I also did it at 11th grade homecoming.
Boy, we got all the girls doing those dances, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I remember we had at least 15 people doing it all at once.
And then Norman Smiley, the WCW wrestler, he stole our moves.
Yeah, he did.
Big Wiggle. What the heck?
getting any money from that, so we're collecting, Smiley.
Yeah.
So, do you have a question for me?
I actually do. So, Ryan, what is your weirdest moment ever with the opposite sex?
I have plenty of those. Weirdest moment with the opposite sex. Really? Well, okay. So you may remember this girl, Angela Chalupa. Um, we went camping.
Name?
Yeah, we went camping with her out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so I don't even know why I was really friends with her. Stupidity, I guess. So she would randomly take me along to go meet up with people that she would meet off the internet. And this one time we went to go pick up, and I'm not joking, I wish I was. We went to go pick up a gay midget. Like, legit, he was really tiny, and he sounded like Beaker from the Muppet Babies. And then her stupid ass decides to, while we're riding around Clarksville, of all places, she turns off in this random road, and it happens to be a cornfield, and we get stuck in the mud. So this dude can't get out because if he does, he's just gonna sink into the mud. um, we don't have cell phones or anything. And he couldn't sit up front or he couldn't get in the driver's seat because his feet were so short that he couldn't touch the pedals. So he couldn't reach the pedals, and he couldn't get out of the car because if he did, he'd probably. The mud was like almost knee deep.
Oh, jeez.
So it would have been well over his head. So somehow, I got really mad, and I managed to get the back end of the car up, and I had to push our way out of the mud while his little feet were dangling in the back seat. And he's like, wow, this is some sort of a cool meeting. I'm just like, okay, I'm dead. I want to go home now. I'm going to kill this person.
Now I heard that story for the first time. That is very interesting. Wow.
Yeah. He's the little dude around Clarksville that you would see skateboarding with a Ninja Turtle backpack. I thought it was a little kid, but after we picked him up, that's who it was.
I never really ventured out into Clarksville.
No, not too much. I did because I lived there, but I know whenever you moved, we never really went to that part of town.
I got you.
There are multiple awkward moments, but that one is the one that just stuck out for some reason.
I'm sure our listeners are going to love that.
Yeah. Okay, so we do have some viewer questions. My niece Jocelyn, or Mojo Jojo, wants to know, why is the sky blue?
Because I mean, I don't want to give the scientific answer, but I mean, it's. Well, I mean, it's just how it works. You wouldn't want the sky to be red?
Sometimes the sky is red.
That's only because of the reflection of the sun and the clouds and all that.
Yeah, and I would freak out if it was brown.
Yeah.
Purple.
Or
ask a scientist.
Yeah, I would just say yeah, I guess the scientific, answer would be how the light reflects and the speed of light and how all that's calculated. I guess it's got the blue tint to it. Sure.
We'll go with that. There's more hummingbirds in the bush. Sorry, small attention span.
See that.
So, do you have a question from somebody?
Yes. This question comes to us from Barry McCockiner in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Do either of you have a dick fetish? What is that to ask? No.
Hell no.
However, after listening to a podcast on OPL, I kind of want to circle back to that.
Yes.
But my opinions might not be construed as appropriate by all members of society. But there was one gentleman who claimed to be straight, said he had a dick fetish. Yeah, and I'm not going to go really in depth into that.
Okay, I've got to. I can't let it go, man. Okay, so
Definitely not Elsa.
Yeah, I'm not Elsa. I can't let it go. So for one thing, his wife was 90% lesbian. They did swing, and it was same sex. He was kicked out of his house because his wife found him on Grindr and on Tinder looking for guys.
But he's a straight man.
But you're straight. And he was like, so whenever you watch porn, you want to see those big, long. And I'm just like, no, homie, that's not how that works. And, I'm not buying the whole 90% straight, because I feel like his wife was lesbian and that just gave him the opportunity to say, okay, well, because she's this, I'm straight and I still like the taste. Are you serious? Why would you go with the taste?
I honestly have no words. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bigoted, racist idiot, but I just can't wrap my head around that. And that it's a social construct. Gender is fluid. I disagree with that
Yeah.
on a scientific level. I'm sorry. Hate me, disagree with me, whatever. I will not change my views on that.
Right. So we have been listening to more of the OPL. We will have another poll to have a discussion about that. And we do have another question.
Okay.
This comes in from Kid from Denver. He wants to know if butterflies fart.
Maybe that's why they're all flying, all fluttering, all crazy and stuff.
I don't know if they fart, but I know the little bastards bite. So speaking of farting animals, on our last episode, Heather had a fact that kangaroos don't fart. So, curious minds, me, I actually had to go and Google that. And I'm sorry because it was just killing me to think that kangaroos don't fart.
You really Googled that?
Yes, I do. So, kangaroos, in fact, do fart. If they're not like elephants, which would fart enough in one day to power a car to go 25 miles up the road. They do, but it's minuscule. And it's because of their diet. They don't eat a lot of foods that cause gas, pretty much. The foods that they do eat go into their muscles for their legs and for their babies' production.
Okay.
And they just don't have the gestational fortitude to fart a lot.
So basically, you're calling your wife a liar with that fact from the last episode.
No, I'm not calling her a liar. I just had curiosity was like hitting at me pretty hard, and I had to go check.
So it was fake news, is what you're saying.
Hey, they're fun and interesting facts.
Way to throw under the bus. Golly.
All right. Well, that does it for our Q&A. And like and subscribe. If you don't, I'll break into your damn house and eat all your peanut butter.
He's Ryan. I'm Derek. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.